This is huge. This is so huge for you. If you do this, this is going to completely change your gig. You have to be doing this. Do this right now. Stop this video and make sure that you have it as well. Make sure that your voiceover says that. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian from Ridgeback Productions, and I help beginning voiceover talents grow their business and generate income. That's right. And in this video, we're going to be helping out a voice talent that reached out to me. His name is Steven, and I'm actually kind of excited to do this one because, again, I don't look at them ahead of time because I want fresh eyes, but I do know that Steven is a top-rated seller. I think it's one of few numbers of top-rated sellers that have done a Fiverr gig review and posted on YouTube. So looking forward to this. We're going to check this out and see if we can help Steven grow his business and figure out what improvements can be made. Yes, there are improvements that can be made. Everybody, including myself, who, is doing the rating and reviewing. There's always areas that we can improve. And the benefit of these is that you're getting fresh eyes that has never seen it before and can just maybe eye some stuff that you haven't seen. You know what I'm saying? Like you just never saw. Like I can't tell you how many times I do these reviews and I hear back from the talent and they're like, oh my gosh, how did I miss that? How did I miss that? It's like, well, I don't know. I miss those things all the time, but it's just a different person, different eyes looking at it, who knows what they're doing and seeing stuff that you just don't see because you're just constantly focused on it. Or, let's be honest, a lot of times our gigs just get left in the dust because, they're doing well. And we're like, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. And then you like, oh my goodness, like, I didn't realize that error has been there for years, or that it says that I do this and I don't even offer that anymore, that kind of thing. So that's what we're doing. If you are interested in getting your own Fiverr gig review, I'd be happy to do it. I do this service all the time for talents. Truthfully, not a lot of them go on YouTube because a couple reasons. One, sometimes talents just don't want their review to go on YouTube.
I think I'll pass.
And I'm okay with that. But the main reason is I don't have time. I run a voiceover business, production company. I just don't have time between organizing my own voiceovers, just doing other things like editing, all the stuff I do. I do consultations. I don't have time to make these videos all that often, so they don't all get posted. But that's okay, right? That's okay. We have fun with it. Yes, we have fun with it. So yeah, if you're interested in getting a Fiverr gig review, you just go down into the description down below. There's a link you can click on to get a gig review. It is very inexpensive, very, very cheap for the value you're actually getting out of it. And it's worth it, beginner or experienced, just like Steven, for the minimal price that it costs, you get a lot of information and it definitely helps your business. It's like a very quick, easy way to inject a small amount of money into your company to get a high rate of return.
That sounds nice.
And it's awesome. So anyways, we're going to have a look at Steven's gig and see what we can get going. Let's go. Okay, here we are taking a look at Steven's gig. We can see that his title is, I will record an American male voiceover. Boy, is that the most typical, most popular title of all Fiverr voiceover gigs. And that's perfect because honestly, it sells. And I highly recommend that you follow suit as well. If you're a talent not knowing what to start with this. Start with the 3 areas that are super, super important. Where are you from? What gender are you? And what do you do? And Steven's got it right here. American, male, and he does voiceover. It's perfect. Let's notice that Steven is using voiceover one word. So a question comes up. Should I use one word? Should I use 2 words? Both. Interchange them. It does not matter, and you're going to be found either way. Where it's going to come in is I'm noticing that Steven's using voiceover as one word in his title. So hopefully in his gig description or tags down below, he's going to be using voice space over. I'll explain more about that when we get there and the importance of that. All right, perfect. We can see he has 44 reviews, 5 stars. Excellent. He is top rated. He's got 1 order in the queue. Great on him. All right, so looking at his summary, now again, these are my fresh eyes as a buyer looking at it, and this advice applies to a top-rated seller, potentially level 2. If you're a brand new seller or haven't gotten started yet, get the value out of this video, but keep in mind that this is my advice for a top-rated seller. I don't give this advice for a beginning artist as far as the pricing goes, but pretty much the rest of it does apply. Okay, so right now, we can see that he's charging $30 for 100 words. That's fine. As a top-rated seller, good on you. That's what you should do, Steven. I don't like that you're a 2-day delivery. Here's the reason I don't like 2-day delivery. Because as a buyer, I have the option, anyone has the option as a buyer, to filter. I could filter out, do I want a male, do I want a female? Do I want an American or do I want someone from Italy? Am I looking for someone that does conversational or am I looking for this? There is a ton of things that you can filter through. One of those being, a main one being, a buyer can filter out delivery time. And if they search by only talents that can deliver in 24 hours or less, you will not show up, Steven. You don't even stand a chance. No matter how good you are, how banging this demo is going to be, and it's probably really good, you're not going to show up if a buyer filters you out because they searched for 24-hour or less delivery, because you do 2-day delivery. No good. We don't ever want to be filtered out for things that we can avoid, right? Filter me out for if you're only looking for a female. Filter me out if you're looking for someone that has a Southern accent. I don't have a Southern accent. Filter me out if you're looking for someone that can do voices. They can do a lot of different varying character voices. That's not really my talent. That's not my wheelhouse. Filter me out if you're looking for someone that is really, really good at dubbing. I'm okay at it. I just don't like doing it. Filter me out. I don't care. I don't need to show up for dubbing work. But don't filter me out for something I can do. I can deliver in 24 hours, and Steven, I bet you can too. Let's dig into that in a little bit, but I bet you can, because I don't want you to get filtered out because you're saying you only do 2-day delivery. This is huge. This is so huge for you. If you do this, this is going to completely change your gig. You have to be doing this. Do this right now. Stop this video and make sure that you have it as well. Make sure that your voiceover says that you can deliver in 1 day. It has to say that. All right, let's move on. Was I dramatic enough for that? Did I get a little bit dramatic, microphone? It's my friend right there. Okay, so we're doing one revision, $30 for 100 words. Good on you. All right, cool. Let's look at your thumbnail. I like thumbnail. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a ratio of 1/3, meaning 1/3 of the total thumbnail occupies you, your face, your bust, as they would call it, chest to head or whatever, right? Maybe it's partial, it's a half shot of you, whatever. I want 1/3 of that. You got it. You're kind of bending into the bottom. That's good. It looks great. The eyesight, I want to see that you're making eye contact with me 100%. Steven, good on you. You're making eye contact with me. I feel like you want to talk to me. Anytime you see a thumbnail of someone that's aloof, as they would call it, like looking to the side, it's almost like I can't be bothered to look at you.
Look at me when I'm talking to you!
It's like, well, if you're not going to look at me, then how well are you going to service me as a buyer? So big thing, right? So look at the camera, make sure you got a smile. Does Steven have a smile? The guy's got a big, friendly smile, like big, friendly smile. I love it, Steven. I love it. All right, so this thumbnail's good. If I was to pick it apart, and I'm not trying to pick it apart, I'm just trying to we can always improve, right? Here's where we can improve. The image is not very sharp, okay? So what I mean by sharp is, I know I wear glasses, but this text looks kind of blurry. Like it almost looks like it was a screenshot, not a picture that was made. And I don't know if that makes sense or not. We could probably click on your other images. Yes, look at that. Look. Okay. Can you see the difference right here? Okay, look at American male voiceover and then watch what happens when I click on this. See how sharp the font looks? Just look into that, Steven. See if you can figure out, why does your thumbnail for your main demo, this is the big one, dude. This is the one that makes that first impression. Your first impression demo, the thumbnail's not very sharp. That's good. That's good. And and I know these 3 right here are all coming because you uploaded a picture of yourself in the gallery. So this thumb is showing strong. I'd work on that. If you need help, let me know. Maybe I can help dig into it with you. But this definitely stands out, Steven. You don't want that. Not because it's not there. I can still read what it says, but you don't want anything to just not look professional. And this doesn't look as professional as, say, this. So let's dig into why this is blurry, and then, we can, figure that out. Okay, so now we're going to listen to the demo for your first demo, your first impression demo. This is what a buyer sees. When they're looking through the gallery, all they have to do is hover above your thumbnail, and they can listen to your first impression demo, your first demo. So you want to make that good first impression. You want it to be a video, you want it to be a demo reel, and you want it to be, whatever. The time frame they give you, I think, is 70 or 75 seconds. Take up that time and give me lots of options. All right, let's see what you got, Steven.
Welcome to Marco's going away party.
Who's Marco?
Exactly. Technically, Wendy only...
It's a Fiverr ad, guys. Steven's demo is a Fiverr ad. I wonder, did you do the real VO for this Fiverr ad? Good on you if you did. That's pretty dope, dude. Good for you. But I hope it's a demo reel, because I could see it's 33 seconds. That makes me think it's a 30-second Fiverr spot, not a demo reel.
only met Marco 8 days ago while searching for freelance web developers on Fiverr. But there was something about him, his museum-worthy portfolio, his impeccable reputation, and the incredible website he delivered on time and on budget.
Okay, so this is the Fiverr ad. I love it. Here's a huge thing though, man. Here's what you need to do is it needs to be a demo reel, okay? You got one chance, Steven, to make a first impression. Your first impression is a great commercial that you've VO'd for Fiverr. But what if me as a buyer is not looking for this tone? If this is all you do, then make it a gig, especially at like a top-rated seller or level 2 seller. Gosh, even level 1. When you start, let's backtrack. When you first start, I really want you to just make one generic gig and just dial that in, and that's what this is. It's a generic gig where you can get work for commercial, promo, audiobook, character work, IVR, e-learning, whatever you want, all the different genres, okay? Then you start to break off into, you have a commercial gig, a demo or an IVR gig, a promo gig, audiobook, all the different areas you want to specialize in. If you're going to specialize in something, then your demo should only be within that specialty. The impression you're giving, Steven, by only giving me one chance to hear your voice, yes, I can click on your gig, but most buyers are lazy. They're in the gallery, they hover over somebody's thumbnail, they listen, and they get their impression off that. If I hear one sample and that's all I get from you, if this is not what I'm looking for, I'm just going to keep going to somebody else. That's why when we got them there, let's keep them there by giving them options. I wish you were giving me options more than just this Fiverr commercial, because I like it. I would hire you based on that, but if someone's not looking for that tone or that delivery, I'm sure you can do more, dude. You're a top-rated seller. I bet you have more in your toolbox than just this delivery. You should have just given that. You should have given more than just that. Okay. All right. So moving on, because this should be a demo reel. Let's fix that. That's a huge one, dude. You're missing out on that. You're missing out on buyers. You're missing out on work. You're missing out on making some extra cheddar by not having that. Make sure that you do that. I can't stress it enough. This is a major flaw in your gig, my friend. You got to fix that. All right, so then we got a demo. Love the thumbnail. You know that.
Forma Steel has been creating steel roofing, siding, and trim since 1990. Shop efficiency and customer relationships is...
Okay, so that is a different delivery. You've proven you have a different delivery style, so let's make that demo, that gig reel, right? Demo gig reel.
Here at Structural Trust, we design and build the framework that creates your homes, businesses, farms, and shops of every...
That sounds good. I mean, these are samples of what you can do, but your second demo and your third demo sound the same. Now, those of you that are listening, you're like, man, he's being overly critical.
That's mean.
I'm only being overly critical because, like, here's the truth. And Steven would attest to that. Dude, he's a top-rated seller. Like, come on. Like, the guy's not struggling on Fiverr. You're one of our top-rated sellers on Fiverr. Good on you, man. You're a stud. Now, what do I got to do? I'm just going to pick where I can pick to help you grow, because as a beginner, as an intermediate, there's more stuff for us to work on to grow your business. When you're a top-rated seller like you, Steven, when you're a top-rated seller like Steven, there's little things. I mean, now we're just finding like the little things to pick at to make improvements. So what's the improvement? Let's show that you can do more than just one voice. Okay. So one voice you have on Fiverr. I've stressed it enough. You really got to change that. It needs to be a demo reel of multiple things. Okay, that delivery is good. Your 2 and your 3 sound the same. So let's hear some range on what else you can do. I'm going to listen to 4. Hopefully 4 doesn't sound like 2 and 3.
The most important part of completing your project.
Come on. We can all admit that doesn't sound the same. Good for you. Okay. So out of your 4 demos that you uploaded, because of course you have all your other all your orders that you've done, out of the demos that you're picking, you're saying, this is my body of work that you should hire me based on. You have 4 of them that are up there. One of them, the first one, should have been a demo reel, and it's not. You're going to fix that. Your 2 and your 3 sound the same, and then your 4 sounds different. So you have 3 different ranges. Good. Make a demo reel, dude. Find 2 more ranges that you're really good at. So you have like a total of like 4 or 5, preferably 5, and make a good demo reel out of that. All right, I'm gonna stop beating that dead horse. That's a gross expression. Okay, let's keep going. Looking at this. About this gig, it should be about the gig and not about you, the seller. Thanks for checking out my gig. I'm excited to create a high-quality project. Okay, cool. I like the about this gig. It's good. It's good. How does this work? Wow. So you can only do 600 words in 2 days. I'd fix that. I don't like your 2-day delivery, and we're about to talk about that. And this emphasizes that you can only do 2 days. So not only can you deliver in 2 days, man, you're at 600 words. Like, what was that, 3 minutes of talking? Come on, Steven, you can't do more than 3 minutes of talking in under 2 days. I know what you're going for. If I was to guess, I bet you're doing this because everyone does this because they want to get that upcharge for faster service. Yeah, but I can do it in 1 day for speedy delivery if you pay me this much more. I have a different option, a different solution for that. So let's fix that and let's change that. All right, I'll deliver your order in MP3. Order now. Excellent. Good. All right, language English, accent, male, middle age. All right, for purposes, you have video narration, radio, TV. Those are good. An option for you, Steven, or anyone really, when you want to make changes to your gig, you can always change your purposes just to fluctuate within them, you know. I would always keep video narration because video narration is the number one selling video or is the number one purpose on Fiverr for voiceover. So just keep video narration, but you can change between radio, TV, YouTube, audiobook, any purposes that you feel that fit that you'd be willing to do. You can always fluctuate those and change those and make little adjustments and see if that helps. Your tone, authoritative, calming, casual, corporate, dramatic. I would change one of them, Steven, to have conversational. That's a huge tone that sells on Fiverr. I'm sure you can do conversational. I did hear your conversational. It sounds fine. So I would change one of those to be conversational. Okay, age range. I would adjust that. I would adjust that just to see what it does to your gig. So there's like, I think 4 age ranges they have. I can't remember what they are, but it's like something which does not apply to us. Then there's adult, middle-aged, and senior, I believe it is. And right now you're at that third. You're saying you do middle-aged. You could pass for adult. I mean, obviously you could pass for adult. So let's change to adult. I think more orders happen within the adult age range than they do the middle-aged range. So maybe that can give you just a little juice to get your gig going again and get some more orders going and some more money flowing in. I mean, you can always bounce back to middle-aged. Yes, you being like a specialist and really good at middle-aged is to your advantage. But if we're trying to get, things flowing again for the gig, and that's likely what you're probably looking for, is change your age range to adult and see how that helps. That could help you because, again, people could filter out saying they're only looking for an adult and you'll never show up.
Okay, good. Go to Fiverr Pro. Your response time is 1 hour. Good.
That's cool. Interesting little thing, ventriloquist. Nice. And then that's the area. This is the area to put like little information about yourself that is just comical or fun or just interesting, like it doesn't have to be about voiceover particularly. It can be like, I've been a collector of Matchbox cars for 20 plus years or whatever the case is. Like sometimes it's interesting for a buyer just to relate to you and they're like, that's cool. It's a neat little hobby or, whatever. Open up the chains of dialogue, so to speak. Okay, moving on. Your order details again. Okay, let's change that 2-day to 1-day delivery. You got to be able to do it. If I look right here, you're trying to get extra money for that extra fast 1-day delivery. So instead, offer 1-day delivery so you don't ever get excluded when someone searches for you. Yes, you can't offer extra fast 1-day delivery, but I will tell you what you can do instead to get that extra money. And I'll get to that in a couple minutes. Okay, so we're going to go 1-day delivery instead because you can do it, which means you won't have extra fast 1-day delivery. No problem. Again, we're going to talk about what you're going to offer instead.
Script proofreading, broadcasts, split files, additional revisions.
Zoom meeting. Let's talk about that. If this is a Zoom meeting because a client hired you and wants to go over details with you, then I would charge. You're right. If this is an order that you have and someone wants to jump on a Zoom to do a live directed session, charge for that. What if it's a client that needs to talk to you or wants to talk to you to get an idea of whether you understand their project and they have some questions for you? Are you going to charge them for that? That's on you in your business, but I can say with almost 100% certainty, anytime I've been talking to a potential buyer or a potential client, anytime I've been talking to a buyer and I have met with them on Zoom prior to them hiring me, I think it's 100%. I'm pretty sure it's 100% of the time they have hired me because it shows you care. That's good customer service. If a buyer wants to work with you and then you all of a sudden are like, hey, why don't we jump on a quick Zoom call for a second and talk about this? I'm telling you, they're going to hire you, or at least I don't know how many times I've done it. 20 plus, 30 plus, lots of times. And I've been hired, I think, every single time because I've taken that extra step. So all that to say, I don't charge for those kind of Zoom meetings. I charge after I'm hired and they want to dialogue with me or they want to do a live directed session. Yes, that's my time. But if I'm trying to get the buyer in, I'm not going to charge them for that. They haven't even hired me yet. I don't think anyone's going to be paying to do a Zoom session with you and they haven't even hired you yet. But that's on you. It's your time. You decide that. 3 takes, great idea. An NDA, great idea. All right. FAQs, you should have 10 FAQs. Basically, Fiverr gives you 10 slots, fill them out. If Fiverr gives you something that you can fill it out. Fiverr rewards you for that. They like when a user is taking full advantage of everything they're offering. You only have 4, you should have 10. You should have 5 tags. I see that you do have 5 tags. Basically, these tags should not repeat any of the words that are in your title or gig description. Deep voice, narrator, dramatic, commercial, American male. I think every single one of those words is in your title or gig description, so those tags aren't helping you. So what do? You find tags that are not in your title or gig description already. I don't have a tag generator for you, but I'm telling you, if you're repeating your tags, they're not helping you because they're already in your title and description. they're doing nothing for you. Find some words that are not in your title or description. All right, let's go back up to the top. What's your big takeaway? Your big takeaway, Steven, is I would definitely say that you should change one-day delivery. In one click, you can change your gig business tremendously because you're going to appeal to so many more buyers by just offering one-day delivery. That's your big takeaway, dude. There's some other things that you should work on, I think, but just you changing to one-day delivery is going to be hands down a huge thing. Cool. Hope you got a lot out of that, Steven. And it was a pleasure looking at your gig, man. Hope to work with you soon in a consultation. All right, guys, there was our gig review. These reviews are awesome. You get to take some notes on what I say. Hopefully you make those changes. Couldn't hurt, right? Couldn't hurt to hear what you can do to grow your business and how to change your gig. And these are just my opinions. Doesn't mean it's 100%, but I got backup to show that it typically does work. It's worth at least trying at the very least, but the real value comes in a consultation. What I do is I do these Fiverr gig reviews, and then 8-9 times out of 10, I typically get hired to do a 1-hour consultation with someone where we go and we sit on your gig and we fine tune it and go over it together. You get to ask me questions. That's where the real value comes in, and it makes a huge impact. If you're interested in a consultation, you can do one as well as Steven and go down into the gig description below. All the links are right there for a Fiverr gig review or a 1-hour consultation. While you're at it, if you can do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button, that does a lot to the algorithm to help me out, helps the channel grow. We just hit 1,000 subscribers. It's nice, Small growth is good growth. I don't care, I'm not making money on these videos. I don't ever plan to. It's just to help other voice talents out just like myself. I was there once. I remember it. I remember it tremendously. I remember the people that did what I'm trying to do. They put their hand out to help bring me up to the level that they're at, and that's what I'm trying to do for you.
Thanks for the help.
I hope you guys get some value out of these. If you do, hit that like and subscribe. It makes a big deal to me, helps me out tremendously. Drop a comment below. The interaction in these YouTube videos is what makes them progress. So that's about it, guys. I hope you got a lot of value. We'll see you in the next video. See ya!